All right, let's jump right into this. We're going to unpack a really powerful and honestly pretty stark piece of social advice from a village elder. It gets into a very specific and, well, a very delicate family dynamic, a married woman's connection to her childhood home, especially after her father isn't in the picture anymore.
It all kicks off with this incredibly provocative statement. The elder does not mince words at all. He's saying that if a daughter goes back to her father's house after he's passed away, without an invitation, she risks losing every last bit of her dignity. It's a really harsh warning, and he uses a story to show you exactly what he means. So, to really drive his point home, the elder shares a story he heard firsthand from the woman who actually lived through it. It's a story about what happens when those bonds of family and respect start to fray. The story lays out the heartbreak just one step at a time. It starts with a woman who, after 5 long years, is just really missing her mom and decides to visit for a festival. But, instead of that warm, happy welcome she's hoping for, she gets the cold shoulder from her sister-in-law, her own mother. She's so happy to see her, but you can feel this immediate, deep sadness. The mother confesses she has so little power in her own home now that she can't even offer her own daughter a cup of tea. So that visit, which was supposed to be about joy, just ends up causing her mother more pain, and it shows everyone just how helpless she really is. And that story right there, it brings us to the absolute core of the elder's argument. He's claiming that a daughter's honor, her place in her childhood home, is completely tied to one person, her father.
Now, to really get this, we need to know the term pihar. This isn't just a house or a building. For a married woman, it's her paternal home. Culturally, it's supposed to be the sanctuary of love and comfort, a place you can always go back to and just be a daughter again, away from all the duties of her married life.
So the elder's warning really hinges on this huge shift in power. When her father is alive, he's the head of the house, right? The daughter's treated like an honored guest, her wishes are everything, and her mother has authority. She can shower her daughter with gifts and love. But once he's gone, the whole structure just collapses. The daughter's status plummets, the mother's authority vanishes, and the pihar is no longer that safe haven it used to be. His absence basically exposes how fragile her welcome was all along. Okay, so if the father's gone, who is responsible for keeping that family honor alive? Well, this is where the elder turns his argument directly toward the brother and his wife. And he asks this really critical question. If a sister's connection to her own childhood home becomes this weak, this fragile, what is the duty of the family that's still living there? The elder basically makes this passionate plea to the brother. He's reminding him, hey, your sister isn't coming for your inheritance. She just wants love. He points out that she literally helped build the home he now controls. She carried bricks, she worked the land. All she wants is to see the places and faces from her youth. And then he makes it really personal. He says, just imagine how you would feel if your own wife was treated this way by her family. It's a really powerful call for some basic empathy.
But the elder's argument doesn't just stop at social duty. Oh no, he takes this to a whole other level, a spiritual one. He warns that there are real, tangible, almost karmic consequences for not doing the right thing.
And to really get this part, we have to talk about Lakshmi. In Hinduism, she is the goddess of wealth, of prosperity, of good fortune, and it's believed that welcoming her presence into your home brings blessings and abundance. So here's the kicker. The elder straight up declares that a visiting sister or a daughter is a living, breathing form of Lakshmi. The real goddesses, he says, aren't the stone idols you find in temples. They are the family members you honor in your own home. So if you disrespect her, you are literally disrespecting the spirit of prosperity itself. And just in case anyone thought he was only speaking in metaphors, he brings it right back to the story of the woman who was turned away. He shows that there was a direct, immediate price to pay for the family's disrespect. So shortly after that sister's awful visit, the family's prized buffalo, worth 3 lakh rupees, just suddenly died. And we're not talking about a small problem here. This was a completely devastating financial blow to them. The elder is crystal clear about this. He doesn't see it as random chance. He calls the loss a direct result of the bad dua, a curse or this ill will that was born directly from the intense pain of the mother and daughter. He argues that the sorrow they caused literally invited misfortune into their home, a misfortune that cost them way more than any small gift they could have given her.
So all of this builds up to the elder's final big picture message. This isn't just about a warning. It's a kind of blueprint for how you maintain family honor and even prosperity through very simple acts of respect.
He lays out this really clear cause and effect relationship. You give even a small, simple gift, your family gets praised for it. You show basic respect, your own family's honor goes up. But if you disrespect your sister, you're not just hurting her, you're bringing shame on your parents and how they raised you. It's like he's saying the social payoff for just being decent is huge. And we end on this final, pretty chilling warning. The elder ties the emotional and the financial together one last time. If you make your sister cry, the goddess of wealth herself will cry and walk right out of your home. It's such a powerful, provocative idea that frames family respect not just as being polite, but as the very foundation of a household's entire fortune. It really leaves you wondering, what is the true price of honor?